Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Pretty light one, maybe not, this one will certainly not be as ranty as last week's was, which I gotta say before I start this week's episode, huge thanks to everybody's support on last week's episode. The majority of it was just me ranting about the current state of the line, especially with everything happening with the Ninja Ranger figures. And not only did the video perform well, it got a lot of good views and everything, but all of the comments, or a vast majority of them, were very supportive of the rants and saying that I was right to say what I had to say. So I really appreciate you guys' support on that. And this week's is not going to be as downer. So let's go ahead and cover the brief couple of stories we have to talk about this week. Alright, so first up, I am going to revisit the Ninja Ranger story for just a second here. It's totally still happening. Ranger Board has continued to keep compiling more and more images of the different heads and the hands and stuff missing and everything, which is still absolutely terrible. And this has been about, 10 days of this at this point? 9 to 10 days. Still absolutely silent from Hasbro in terms of anything of them saying anything about this. Which, I mean, I never expected them to anyway. They're not one to comment when they screw up. So I don't expect anything to ever happen with that. But this is not really, there's really not anything else to say about this story other than the fact that it keeps happening. However, I had to show this one because we got one picture in this past week that Ranger Board shared, which comes from, I believe, a Facebook user, Ryan Atwell here. And wow, this one is one of the worst ones I've ever seen, but also I just find it really funny. So they're one of the ones that got a duplicate of a head that they were not supposed to, but that duplicate was not fully assembled. It's missing the top of the neck kind of area, or the neck guard pieces, and also a big chunk of the mouth plate is just not there. So it looks so weird. It looks like he has the bottom of a Ranger helmet attached to the Ninjetti wrap or what. It's strange. It's definitely the weirdest version of this era that I've ever seen. Besides the fact of it just not being there. So I just wanted to share that goofy photo. Ryan, sorry yours is so screwed up if you happen to be watching this or something. That sucks. I mean, I feel bad, but it's just, wow. Wow. Alright, next up we have some Big Bad Toy Store stuff to talk about this week. So, last week we talked about the other two Ninja Turtle 2-packs of Leo and Donnie and April and Mikey arriving in people's pile of loots and everything like that and being able to be shipped. Well, people shipped them out, along with Tommy and Raph, which showed up in the pile of loot about 2 weeks ago, and people have started to receive them. So, of course, nothing too crazy there. It's exactly what we've seen in the other countries and everything that they've been released in. Still no word on when Big Bad Toy Store is going to get Shredder in. I think that's still listed for April. All of these are still listed for April on Big Bad Toy Store. They're still up for pre-order, which I actually placed a new pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store to see if mine would ship, be ready to ship anytime soon, and they haven't yet, which I didn't expect them to. It does seem like they're honoring the orders before they honor the new ones or whatever they're doing with it. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to get mine, but people are getting them, which is great. But also talking about Big Bad Toy Store in terms of things they actually have in stock right now, they have iGuy in stock. So if you were never able to find iGuy so far yet at your local Targets, or you weren't able to get him on Target or Darkside Toys when you went up towards the end of 2021, you can get them on Big Bad Toy Store right now, which maybe that's a pretty good thing to add into your pile of loot to ship out with the Ninja Turtles, or if you're waiting for the Ninja Turtles, you can probably just throw it in there or something, because it is $33 or something on there, which is a little more expensive than it should be, and then after the shipping it's $40 or something, or close to that for this figure, which is definitely a little pricey. I mean, it's a good figure. Where is he? He's right there by my thumb next to the Z helmet. But I like it, but $40, I don't know. But that's, how it's going to be. But you can get him there, and I will leave a link to Big Bad Toy Store's iGuy page down in the description below, so be sure to check that out if you'd like to get him and, throw him into your orders or whatever you want to do. Moving over to GameStop for the next story, we have this 2-pack to talk about, the Zeo Pink and Mighty Morphin Pink Cat 2-pack. Still not out in the United States just yet. They have continued to keep changing the dates and stuff on there, charging people, then uncharging people, all that stuff. But right now it's actually on sale, so it's actually still available on the GameStop website. If you'd like to cancel your pre-order and order a new pre-order for it, you can get it now for $33, which after tax and everything is closer to getting it for $42 like it actually retails for. than like having that and then more stuff put on top of it. But yeah, who knows when it's going to arrive and actually release from GameStop. If you haven't checked out my video review of this 2-pack, I uploaded it yesterday. I was able to get mine not from GameStop, but from someone who was very kind and reached out to hook me up with one. So yeah, no idea when it will ever actually release from GameStop officially. But yeah, might as well save some money on it, right? So I will leave a link to that in the description below. It should still be available if you like to swap over, get a couple dollars knocked off of it, because yeah, that's a good thing to try to do. So Hasbro Pulse sent out some emails a couple of days ago letting people know that certain items in the Lightning Collection were going to be shipping sooner than expected. Which, it could be good for some people if you'd like to finally get your items, but also could be bad for some people if you were not financially ready for certain items to be released so early here. So, one of which is not a terrible surprise, or none of these are really like big surprises, I guess, but like I'm not too terribly surprised by any of this, I guess. But they sent out their classic emails of, hey, this item is going to be arriving sooner than expected, so expect us to start charging you and shipping it within the next couple of days to a week or so, which is usually kind of the time frame that happens after we get these kind of emails. So the first email people were getting was for the Zed helmet, which was available on Dorkside Toys like a week and a half ago. That's how I got mine. But Hasbro Pulse is going to have it here pretty soon as well, which is great because that's an update from its original March release date on Hasbro Pulse, now being bumped up to probably some kind of late January release, which is pretty cool. The next email was for the Leo and Donnie 2-pack, which, like I had already talked about, Big Bad Toy Store is getting those in and everything, but this is an update from April 1st to, late January or so. No word or any emails yet for the other TMNT figures from Hasbro Pulse. So far, just Leo and Donnie, which I guess makes sense because that is Pack A in terms of the code names and the, internal stuff about it. That is technically the first pack of the Ninja Turtle stuff, so I'm not surprised by that. And the last thing was the Hasbro PulseCon exclusive version of Pudgy Pig. So this is that extremely overpriced version of Pudgy Pig that comes in the lunchbox packaging and the food items and everything like that. Which, yeah, I'm not surprised that this is coming out earlier than its April 1st release date for a couple of reasons. Because first of all, it's been available on Hasbro Pulse UK since October. And second of all, in October they told us it was going to be in stock and not a pre-order, and then it ended up being a pre-order. So I never thought it was going to wait until April. I didn't even think we were going to be waiting until January, to be honest, to get this, but I guess this is where we're at. So, of course, I'm getting mine, at least. I know a lot of people canceled this one, so you're not going to have, any worries. If you financially can't afford it right now, I'm sure you can cancel it and be able to get it later on, because they're probably going to have this one for a very long time, because I don't think a lot of people want it, because a lot of people did cancel it after they got the retail version of it that has since released in that time frame. So yeah, I'm not even excited for this one, genuinely. Like, I'm keeping my pre-order for it, and I changed my shipping address for it to arrive here at the dorm, now that I'm back at this setting and not my home setting. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, so Hasbro Pulse stuff is shipping out, which is great. Hopefully we get some emails soon for some of the other stuff that we're waiting on from Pulse, like, Cell Shaded Pink, or the Cat 2-pack, or the rest of TMNT. The Sentries, if those will ever exist in the United States, who knows, probably not. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming out here to kind of kick off 2022, and we got some good stuff coming as well. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Alright, so finally for this week I have a little bit of information about some upcoming Lightning Collection stuff. No new listings for any new products and stuff just yet, but we just have a little bit of tiny pieces of information to discuss for a second here. So this is information that comes from, or at least has publicly come from, a Canadian retailer, which I'm not going to name because if I do, it will probably get taken down and stuff. But this is actually information that I was first made aware of thanks to @RangerSelect on Twitter. They DM'd me and kind of sent me some links and stuff, which I greatly appreciate, so I want to make sure to give credit to them because they are the ones who found it. I'm just the ones regurgitating it, I guess. So basically they put Wave 12's codes up there, which I'm just going to put here on the text on the screen, which you're probably looking at right now. These are the Wave 12 codes, which we've known for a very long time. I still don't know who is who, even though we do know who's in the wave. We don't know which one is which. Like, I couldn't tell you which one is Monk or which one is Partner. I really don't know. All I do know is the fact that Wave 12 is Dino Thunder Yellow, Lost Galaxy Green, Wild Force Blue, and some version of Mighty Morphin Black, but we still don't really know specifics on who's who with the codes and what version of MMPR Black it is just yet. Though it is the next wave to be announced, so I'm sure we're probably going to find out, I would assume, within the next month. Probably month and a half or so, somewhere in that time frame. We are basically like right now in like the golden era of a next wave reveal kind of time frame, if that makes sense. Like usually they happen every 3 to 4 months, if that. So I'm sure we're gonna get it soon. The only other pieces of information that the site had is they had Ready Clipdoor up, but they didn't have him as Ready Clipdoor. They had him under his code name, which we already know is Red Equinox. It's exactly what you'd think it would be. But the new piece of information is the actual proper code name for the Zap Megazord. So I've known this for a while, but now that it's on a different source, I can actually say it. So the Zord Ascension Project actual code name for the Dino Megazord is PRG-LC RC Minstrel. RC looks to be our code name for Zap, and Minstrel is the code name for the Dino Megazord. I have no idea why, but it does fit kind of that medieval Canterbury Tale kind of era of codes. It's another kind of medieval word. At least that's what Google tells me with the definition of it, so at least the first definition. Yeah, that seems like it's fitting enough for the current kind of code system names. So while that one has leaked from this retailer, I already know what the code name is for the Dragonzord as well, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. So the code name for the Dragonzord is RC Knave, or Nave, or Nav, I don't know. It's however, Knave, I'm pretty sure is how you would pronounce it. It's what you see it on the screen. I can't pronounce words, everybody knows that, and they leave comments telling me that all the time, so... but yeah, that's the codename for the Dragonzord that we're getting, still following the RC codename as well that we see with the Megazord. I don't know why that didn't pop up on the pictures for the Zap Megazord, because a lot of times codenames are in the picture URL names for Lightning Collection products, but when we looked at the codenames, or we looked at the URLs for the Zap Megazord stuff, they just had it listed as Zap LC Megazord or whatever, like it was pretty blatant what it was, and it didn't have our proper codename. But this should be the codename I would imagine that pops up on like bill of ladings and stuff when we start to see this product get shipped out and everything, which we're still a couple months away from that. The earliest we should see the Zap Megazord is probably June, but maybe earlier than that. Kind of hope not, because it's very, very pricey, and I'm not really ready for it yet, but I'm looking forward to getting it. But yeah, I don't know when they're going to announce Dragonzord or Wave 12, but I do imagine that since those are also up on this retailer thing, alongside Ready Clipdoor and the Megazord, well, Dragonzord's not up there, just the Megazord's up there, but we know Dragonzord is coming probably soon. I would imagine that Dragonzord, maybe Dragonzord, but definitely Wave 12 and probably like some other thing we don't know about yet or something was probably going to be the announcement at New York Toy Fair, which I did not mention this last week, at least I don't think I did. New York Toy Fair was completely canceled, so Hasbro had pulled out of it like a week or two ago, but yeah, it's just gone now. Did I say that on here? I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did. But yeah, Toy Fair not happening this year at all, which means Hasbro has a bunch of announcements to place somewhere, whether it's a bunch of Fan First Fridays for all the brands, which G.I. Joe just had one this past week, so maybe Power Rangers is around the corner, or maybe like a Fan Fest 2 or something, which is kind of what they did last year in replacement of having a Toy Fair. So I would imagine we're going to get announcements here probably soon. I mean, we haven't had any like Lightning Collection announcements in like 6 weeks or so. Which, I mean, yeah, we don't have to have them that often, obviously. But February has, notoriously had Lightning Collection announcements, a lot of them, really. I guess last February was kind of the lightest one, because, February 2019, we had the full Wave 1 reveal, and the first figure, Wave 2, along with the GameStop Goldar. In 2020, we had Wave 5 and the Dragon Dagger, and then last year, we had Wave 9. So I'm expecting something to happen in February, whether that's Wave 12, or the Megazord, or whatever. the Dragonzord. I do think that Wave 12 is the next announcement of whatever we get, but I just don't know if that's going to be the only announcement on whatever the next event thing is. But looking forward to whatever we have coming down the pipeline here. As I've been talking about on here for months, we have a lot of really cool stuff coming out here, and I can't wait to find out who that Mighty Morphin Black Ranger figure variant version, or whatever version of it is, in Wave 12 is, because I'm very curious. And yeah, that's going to wrap this story up. And real quick before I go, I do want to bring back Lightning Strike of the Week here, because I do have something I want to talk about, and that is lightningcollectors.com. So this is a brand new website that is launched by John Green. If you're not familiar who that is, he's the guy who is behind GreenRanger.com, one of my all-time favorite Power Rangers websites ever. It's an amazing, amazing toy resource to have out there, and he's put together a Lightning Collection resource website. So there's already like Lightning Collection stuff on GreenRanger.com, but this is a full-on Lightning Collection like checklist website. You can like put in which figures you have, which figures you want, which figures you have on pre-order, which is a very nice, pretty fun feature there, because we all probably have a lot on pre-order. But yeah, there's a lot of different things here. It's organized by like seasons, or you can organize it in chronological order. You can check out like where certain effect pieces and hands and stuff go. It's basically a website version of my Lightning logbook project, which that's fine. I mean, he even said to me, he sent me DMs a couple months ago when he was working on this. He's like, I realized that this project is very much like yours in a way. And I'm like, yeah, but this is a lot better than what I was ever going to do with it. So I'm still updating my logbook thing, but this is a lot more of an interactive thing, and I like it better as a website anyway. Not that I'm not going to update the logbook anymore or anything like that, but I do want to make sure to plug this website there, which I got to check it out. He let me be one of like the beta testers for it, and I really like it. So I'm going to link it down in the description below because he did just launch it yesterday, as far as I'm aware. He tweeted it out, so I'm assuming that's the official launch of it. And be sure to check it out and put in your Lightning Collection catalog or use it as a great Lightning Collection resource, because I'm definitely going to. Alright, and that is going to do it for this week's episode of Lightning Storm. Of course, as always, I'd love to hear you guys have to say down in the comments below on anything I talked about, or really anything Power Rangers Lightning Collection related at all. And of course, until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR. And I'll see you all on Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice. See you later.